Today, May 14th, 2025, marks the 2 years I was kidnapped on a road trip from Lagos to Owerri. It was a gruesome yet terrifying horror experience because I never thought that would happen in my life. You see, the shirt I'm wearing was a shirt I was putting on the time of my kidnap, the day I was kidnapped while traveling from Lagos to Owerri. Like they're about 30-40 minutes drive from Ore. For those that are familiar with the Lagos Ore road, these people came out from the bush, masked, and started shooting in front of us. I was on the front seat, passenger seat next to the driver. I'm not here to talk about the whole story. For me, it's a thing of the past. If you want to hear the whole story, I made out a video already, and the link is on my TikTok. But I'm here to tell you one or two things that I did while this incident was happening. Mind you, there was a truck driver that was unalived the first day by a machete. And this truck driver was kidnapped, was just behind us when they were shooting directly in front of us. And I told the driver to go forward, but he was reversing, and then we hit a truck behind us. They shot at our tires, inflated them, destroyed the windshield with their bullets. And so we hit the truck that was behind us, and that was how we halted. That's so we take stop. The driver that was driving this said truck was kidnapped alongside with the passengers in the Sienna. So this truck driver was unalive the first day because we trekked hours. I don't want to talk about the whole experience. It was an experience whereby middle of the night, early mornings, I was batally beaten. I was beaten with machete. They don't allow me sleep. But I'll tell you something that I did. You know, the way we neglect God these days, it's serious. It's serious. Why do you choose to follow what other people tend to feel it's cool? I mean, there is no God. They want to find a scientific explanation, or what's it called? Is it ancient, whatever kind of explanation to the fact, saying that God does not exist, or you don't need to pray to God. My brother, you don't have to wait till you start to face a typical, dreadful, horrific challenge before you call the name of God. Now that is a deception of the devil, waiting for you to sink first before you call his name, thinking that because you have been sinning every day of your life, you feel filthy. Some of you, it's a way to make you feel good that, oh, I'm filthy. I don't think calling his name, I'm not worthy to call his name. And it happens, I feel that way too sometimes. And then you want to drive it around the statement that, you don't have to pray to God, living your life. Don't deceive others. God is real. God is real. Ask him for mercy. While I was in the forest, I was asking God for mercy and forgiveness. I said, for the sake of my parents, let me be alive. They are still alive. My parents are still alive, and I'm the first child. I ask him for mercy and forgiveness. Never neglect the power of Psalms. Don't play with Psalms. I was reciting over and over again. Of course, I wasn't saying it loud because you can't talk, you can't look at their faces, even though most of them were masked. I was always reciting Psalms, believing. I never gave up. You see, in your challenging times, in your trying times, in that time that it seems like the whole wall is tight and there is no door for you to go through, or the door is locked, there is no way for you to pass. That time that it feels like everyone is disappointing you, there is no one to call for help, there is no one to call on to, there is no one to tell about what you are going through, there's no one that is okay. That moment is the moment where you tap into the spiritual realm. God is the answer to your prayers. So if you feel like you are too far from him today, ask him for mercy and forgiveness. Don't be shy, don't be scared. Don't feel guilty in calling the name of God. I beg you. Yes, they might say that, oh, science, what about the doctors? What about, physicality? Yes, I did kickboxing, not like I was a pro kickboxer, but I did kickboxing for quite a good number of years. I know some self-defense technique, but it was nothing. It was nothing in that circumstance. I cannot use it to save myself. I wasn't given food nor water the whole 3 days in the forest. But I had hope. Even when my fellow, the other people that were also abducted alongside me, they felt like even the girl, there was a girl that fainted several times before we even reached our final destination. I had hope. Not talking about the times I tried to draw out escape plans. No, we can't talk. I was trying to give signals and all of that, but the people around me I feel like they were weak inside, or let's say their spirit broke down because of the shocking adventure that we're in at the time. But I want to tell you something. Don't neglect God. Don't joke with Psalms. The book of Psalms, Psalm 51, Psalm 121, Psalm 91. I was always reciting these scriptures, the one I know offhand, praying to God. I'll tell you what, He answered my prayer. I'm not a prophet. I'm not someone that is coming to, I'm not coming to preach to you, but I'm coming to tell you stories from experience and trying to, in a way, tell you what has helped and worked for me in different situations, not just the kidnap. What has worked for me? I've talked about depression. Let's not go there. A lot of things that God have saved me from, that I know that with my thinking, with my knowledge, with my experience, I could not have saved myself from them. Go to the scriptures. Start reading the Bible. Anyone that is coming to say you otherwise, to tell you otherwise, you don't have to pray. You don't have to. There's what we call grace. It's just there. Of course, the grace is upon everyone. Everyone has this level of grace. It's grace. Everyone has grace. But you see someone that is trying to shy you out of prayers. You see someone that is preaching the gospel, and then you start to ridicule or laugh at that person. Run away from those people. They will only lead you to destruction. Of course, I'm not qualified to come and tell you this, but I'm telling you from experience that God has really helped me in my life. Thank you very much. God bless you.